This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The New York Yankees faced the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park for a Thursday afternoon game on June 13th, 1957. Both teams were fighting it out for the lead in the American League. The White Sox were in first place with a blistering 33-16 record and 4 games up on the Yankees. New York was the defending world champs and entered 1957 managed by Casey Stengel in his 9th year as skipper, which included 8 trips to the World Series. The Go-Go White Sox were looking to break their deadlock of 5 straight third-place finishes in the American League. They hired manager Al Lopez for 1957 after he departed from a successful 6-year stint as manager of Cleveland. This audio recording is from the Chicago radio broadcast featuring announcer Bob Elson.
Richardson at second base. Gil McDougall will be at short. Mickey Mantle in center field. Bill Skowron has been moved into the cleanup spot. Skowron in first base. Hank Bauer in right field. Yogi Berra in left field, and Berra will bat sixth. Billy Martin will be at third base. The catcher Elston Howard will bat eighth. And then the pitcher right-hander Ditmar. So the Yankees will have Richardson at second, McDougall at short, Mantle in center, Skowron at first, Bauer in right, Berra in left, Martin at third, Howard the catcher, and the pitcher Ditmar. The lineup for the White Sox: Bubba Phillips at third, Nellie Fox at second base, Miñoso in left field, Sherm Roller will do the catching, Larry Doby in center, Walt Grofo at first base, Jim Rivera in right, Louis Aparicio at short, and the pitcher Billy Pierce. So Phillips at third, Fox at second base, Miñoso in left, Roller the catcher, Doby in center, Grofo at first, Rivera in right, Aparicio at short, and the pitcher Pierce. Of 10-2 is after his 8th straight win today and his 7th consecutive complete game. He takes a scoreless string of 23 innings into the game and permitted just 1 earned run in his last 48 innings for an earned run average of 0.19. Pierce is the winningest pitcher in the majors with 10 victories, leads both leagues in strikeouts with 70, in innings pitched with 100, in complete games with 8. He's 1-1 against New York this year, losing 4-2 on May 5th, and winning 3-1 on May 21st. His 48-inning string, in which he's permitted 1 earned run, started with the final inning against Washington on May 16th. And next was the Yankee game on May 21st, in which their lone run was unearned. The only earned run scored off Pierce in that string was by Cleveland in the 5th inning on May the 30th. I'll use that on TV tonight. Art Ditmar, who's pitching for the Yankees, beat Wilson and the Sox on May 4th when he took over for Whitey Ford in the 2nd inning. He pitched 7 innings, a 4-hit ball, allowing 2 runs. In that game, Tommy Burns struck out Doby in the 9th to save a 3-2 Yankee victory. There's Bobby Richardson leading off, and a ball that's high. Ted Williams just did a 3-run homer for Boston in the 3rd inning. He's set again, and the pitch to Bobby, a swing and a base hit into left field. Single on the ground into left field, hit very sharply. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Gil McDougall. So there is the first hit of the game. Is going to open the Washington series tomorrow night. He's won 4 of his last 5 and has pitched complete games in his last 4 outings. The infield is Bubba Phillips at third. second, Grifo at first. The outfield, Miñoso in left field, Yogi in center field, and Rivera in right field. Yankee base runner at first, and a throw over. He's back in time. Gil McDougall will be followed by Mickey Mantle. Mantle hit 2 homers last night, one in the first inning, and then in the 9th inning, he lines one batting left-handed into the far corner of the bullpen in left center field. Billy's getting a sign, and here's the pitch to McDougall. Strike call right across the knee. Gil McDougall, number 12 on the back of his gray uniform. Base runner at first base, staying pretty close to the bag. That's Bobby Richardson. The outfield is playing McDougall straight away. Here's a bunt that's going foul on the ground to the left of the plate. The Yankees have averaged better than 30,000 per date on this trip, playing before a total of 271,000 in 9 days. Gil McDougall, shortstop, waiting for Billy Pierce to get set. A low curve. It's a ball. Dollar was going to throw the ball to first base, but figured it'd be a little bit risky because the base runner was pretty close to the bag. First inning. Here's the pitch to McDougall. A swing, and here's a high foul. Coming back and really up there, and we still have a 1-2 count. With a Yankee base runner at first, and a swing and a high foul that's going out of play, way off to the right. Now the plate umpire, Larry Knapp, is getting out the whisk broom and cleaning the plate. McDougall's batting average, .295. He has 24 runs batted in, and has hit 3 home runs. He'll be followed by Mickey Mantle. Has the sign, the runner going, swing and a miss. Go to second base, and it's out, a double play. Nellie Fox took the throw from Lawler. McDougall struck out. And Richardson was doubled at second base. And for the White Sox, that is their 48th double play. And the first pitch to Mantle is a fastball that's off the inside corner at the knee. Ball 1. Mickey Mantle, with 39 runs batted in and 18 homers, takes a ball that's in too close. Ball 2. Now there's 2 out and nobody on in the first inning. As Richardson singles, McDougall struck out, and Richardson died stealing. And a swing and a base hit to center field. Mantle singles right through the center of the diamond for the Yankees' second hit. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Bill Skowron. There's Skowron. Average of .312. He has 36 runs batted in and has hit 10 home runs. First pitch to him is a fastball. It's a little bit too low and in close, a ball. In the National League, it's Cincinnati 2 and Pittsburgh 2 at the end of 5. The Giants 6, the Cubs 3 at the end of 3. Milwaukee 4, Brooklyn nothing at the end of 4. Skowron takes a high inside fastball. Ball 2. Already the plate umpire, Larry Knapp, is getting a new supply of baseballs. Really keeping an eye on the base runner, who is Mickey Mantle. And a nice strike right across the knee. In the American League, it's Boston 4, Cleveland 1. That game is in the third inning. Williams just hit a 3-run homer. The pitch to Skowron is a high inside fastball for ball 3. The on-deck hitter is Hank Bauer. Ball 3 and strike 1. We're in the first half of the first inning. Again, Billy checks the base runner, fires over there, and he's back in time. Phillips at third, Louis at short, Fox at second, Dropo at first. Ball 3 and a strike 1 count on Skowron, and a swing and a foul tip. Billy wearing number 19 on the back of his white uniform. The winningest pitcher in baseball with 10 victories against 2 losses. Working on Moose Skowron, big first baseman of the New York Yankees. Mickey Mantle over at first base, and a swing and a foul with Mantle running 3-2. Deck hitter is the right fielder, Hank Bauer. Bauer has a .269 batting average. Skowron had 3 hits in the game last night, including a tremendous home run. Ball 3, strike 2, and a curve. Very high foul on the left field line. Miñoso racing into the corner, just couldn't reach it, and he still have a ball 3 and a strike 2 count. Miñoso made a very nice try for. He ran over the foul line into the corner, reached way into the stands, but couldn't get hold of that ball, and we still have a 3-2 count. Billy gets the new baseball and roughs it around in his hands. Mantle at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high foul again out of play. It's down the first base line. The Boston-Cleveland game has been delayed by rain. Here we've had a lot of rain all night, and a lot of rain this morning, and it's still very cloudy, and a very light drizzle coming down. The pitch to Skowron, a line drive, they hit into left center field. Mickey Mantle racing around to third. That was a hard-hit ball by Skowron into left center field, and fast fielding by Miñoso held Mantle at third. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Hank Bauer. Unfortunately, McDougal hit into a double play. Well, the Yankees would have a run or two. They have runners on first and third. And here is the right fielder, Hank Bauer. Hank Bauer, with 26 RBIs, and a right-hand hitter, is facing Billy Pierce. Mickey Mantle over on third base, and Skowron on first base. And Skowron is really red hot. pitcher has his sign, and a little bit too low. The first one to fire, ball one. First half of the first inning. Richardson singled. McDougal hit into a double play. Mantle singled to center. Scollin lined a hit to left center, and Mantle raced to third. So we have base runners on first and third with 2 outs. There's a swing and a foul back. Again, the field announcer, Whitey, is taking through supply of baseballs up to the plate umpire. Larry Knapp. We have a pretty nice crowd on hand today for what has been a dismal day. Rained hard all day. Here's a strike from Yogi, slow third. Ball one and a strike 2 count for Hank Bauer. Plug it up in the infield. Yankee runners at first and third, 2 are out. Billy Pierce again looks down at Lawler, getting a sign. A curve, strike 3, struck him out. In that inning, there were no runs, there were 3 hits, and there were 2 men left on the base. So, fans, the score at the end of the first half of the first inning, the Yankees, no runs and 3 hits. The White Sox are now coming to bat. Friends, we're going into the last of the first inning. Here's Bubba Phillips. He'll be followed by Nelson Fox, and then Minnie Miñoso. Art Ditmar, a right-hander on the mound. Scollin at first, Richardson at second, McDougal at short, and Martin at third, a foul tip. Hank Bauer in right field, Mantle in center field, Berra in left field, Ditmar the pitcher, and Howard again the catcher. Phillips, who's been on a hitting jag, has raised his average to 276. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Nobody on and nobody out. It's the last of the first inning. Again leans way forward on his right foot. Here comes the pitch to him outside a ball. 1-2. Bubba Phillips trying to get it started here in the first inning. Ball 1 and a strike 2 count on him, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Get in a station break. This is the WCFL, Chicago White Sox Baseball Network. This is WCFL, the voice of labor in Chicago. Big man for Nellie Fox with a .352 batting average, 20 runs batted in, and 3 home runs. Fixing his shoe. Now he scrapes it across the pitching rubber a couple of times. Here's the pitch to Fox. It's a little bit too low and a ball. Nellie Fox got a very big hit last night, and it was his first hit of the series. Here's a ball. It's low again. Ball 2. McDougal over at short, Bobby Richardson at second, and Bill Scollin at first. That's the empty infield. Here's a ball. It's a little bit too low. Jim Rivera had a big night last night. He had a single, a double, and a long home run. Ball 3 to Fox. Strike right in across the knee. plate against the Yankees today. Both clubs have scored the same number of runs, 24. The Yankees lead the series 4-3. Ball, 2-0. Going to bring up Miñoso. Yogi Berra comes in from left field and gets his glasses from the second base umpire. He had had the umpire hold his sunglasses in his pocket. The sun is shining again. And there's still a pinpoint drizzle coming down. Here's a ball that sends the catcher Howard to his knee. The outfield is deep and around to the left. And a fastball that's a little bit too low and in close. Ball 2. Ditmar is already complaining to the plate umpire, Larry Knapp, about the calls. A dozen Sox players have shared hero roles in their 33 wins. Here's the next pitch to him, a swing and a tap along the first baseline. It's a fair ball picked up by Howard, throw to first, base hit. There was a little tap up the first baseline, but with a fast man running, the Yankees were hoping would roll foul. But they saw that it was going to stay in. Howard picked the ball up and fired it, but too late, and it's a base hit. Here's Lawler. Well, the Sox have a chance now, a scoring chance in the first inning. Lawler batting .244. He has 30 runs batted in, and he's hit 5 home runs. 2 men on. Here comes the pitch to him, a swing and a foul on the ground, right out in front of the plate. He swung at the ball. The ball slid down the bat, hit him on the leg, and then bounced out in front of the plate. Now the catcher Howard and the pitcher Ditmar having a chat out near the pitcher's circle. And the plate umpire walks out and gives them a new ball. So already in this first inning, which is not over, we have had 4 hits. 3 by the Yankees, 1 by the White Sox, Fox walked, and we have 2 men out. Sherman Lawler with a strike 1 count on him and a little bit too low, a ball, 1-1. Ditmar is wearing number 28 on the back of his gray uniform. Now he is kicking the pitching rubber, trying to get it smoothed down to his liking. And Lawler hoping to get a hold of one here and get the Sox out in front. Here's a high fly ball to center field. Mantle coming on. He's under the ball. Should get it easily. And he does. Fully up. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Larry Stokes. With a 246 batting average. He's had 24 runs batted in, and he's hit 4 home runs. Now he's up in there. With 2 men on and 2 out, and the first pitch to him, a swing and a foul on the ground. Nellie Fox, who had hit safely in 15 straight games, has now connected in 16 out of 17. Bubba Phillips, who had an 11-game streak, stopped recently, has hit safely in 15 out of 16 games. Raised his average now close to 300. There's a swing and a foul on the ground. second. A two-strike count on Larry Doby. 2 out. No score in the ball game. And we're still in the last of the first inning. Sun is out again. Here's the pitch to him. A swing and another foul. In their 33 victories, the White Sox have had to come from behind or break a tie in late or extra innings on 22 of the 33 occasions. And only 11 have they been able to jump off to an early lead and maintain it throughout the game. 16 times they've had to rally to overcome a deficit to win, and in 6 games they were forced to break a tie in the late or extra innings. Pitch to Doby. Down he goes. A high fastball in close. Here's Fox moving up, and that's a wild pitch. A high fastball, and now Ditmar and Doby are going after each other here at Chicago, and Doby really felted him with the left hook, and Ditmar went down, and now there's a wild affair at Chicago. Oh, you should see this. As the umpires all get in there, Doby landed a left hook on Ditmar and dropped him. And boy, that was a beauty that traveled only about a foot. The entire Yankee bench and the entire White Sox bench is on the field. And here's Country Slaughter and Drudbo going to it now. And they're having quite a scramble. And everybody trying to break this up. Now Whitey Ford has tackled Drudbo. And Casey Stengel has also tackled him. And boy, this was really something. I've never seen anything worse than this outburst. Even Casey Stengel is being shoved around over there. This is really something. Now let's see what the umpires are going to do about it. The chances are that both Ditmar and Doby will be put out of the game. That's almost for sure. Is talking with Casey Stengel, and the police and the umpires are trying to restore order, and now let's see what they're going to do. That was a high fastball. It was close to Doby's head. It went back to the screen, and the runners advanced on a wild pitch. Ditmar has gone back out to the mound, and we're just going to have to wait and see what the umpires are going to do here, if anything. But this was a tremendous outburst. Now the umpires are telling the players to go back to the dugouts, and let's see what is going to happen. It started when Larry Doby and Ditmar said something to each other about that fastball that had come in close to Larry Doby's head. Then Ditmar went for Doby, and Doby dropped him with a hard left hook. He really went down. Now we're going to find out here whether they're going to leave these fellas stay in the game or not. They haven't done anything yet. Between the plate and third base, trying to decide what should be done. And if any penalty is dealt out, who should get it? The fellows who started it were Ditmar and Doby. Ditmar is back in the pitcher's circle. Doby is standing outside the batter's box. So neither one of them seem to think that they're going to be put out of the ballgame. Here they're going for each other again now. Billy Martin is going for Doby. This thing is starting all over again. This is starting all over again with Whitey Ford, Hank Bauer, Collins, Martin, all out there on the field. And the umpires better get the situation in hand and do something, mete out whatever penalties they feel are justified, and get this ball game back into a ball game rather than a brawl and a free-for-all. So as yet, we've seen no evidence that either Ditmar or Doby are out of the game. And that time, Billy Martin made a rush for Doby. Now Miñoso is quieting him down. Rivera is talking with Whitey Ford and Bauer. But it would almost seem positive that somebody is going to draw a penalty for this fracas at Chicago, which is one of the best fights Chicago's had in years. Now we'll find out who's out of the game. Here's Stengel coming out to talk with Rice. Lopez is out there telling the boys to get off the field. McDougal seems to be anxious to get at somebody. Billy Martin, I think, has been thrown out of the game by Rommel. Larry Doby is still standing at home plate. Now we're going to get a decision as to who is out of the game. Billy Martin is being restrained by the second base umpire, Rice, and I believe that Rommel pointed at Martin and threw him out of the game. So he should be out. Now Larry Knapp is explaining to Lopez who else is going to be out of this affair. Ditmar is still on the mound throwing, and let's see what's going to happen. There goes Billy Martin. He's out for sure. Billy Martin has been put out of the game. That's one that's gone. Now let's see who else is out. But the White Sox are doing quite a bit of arguing over here. Walt Dropo is in quite a... He's storming at the plate umpire, so maybe he's going to be put out for that part of the fight that he was engaged in. But as yet, the only player definitely thrown out is Billy Martin. The way it looks now, the guys that started it all are going to stay in the game. Well, Don, this was a pretty good brawl while it lasted. Lopez has been making a point of down there, taking into consideration the gestures he has made. It means that if Doby were taken out, then the pitcher Ditmar would be taken out. That seemed to be what he was indicating to the umpire. And as you say, apparently they're going to be untouched. I noticed, too, that he was pointing to Skowron because they were indicating that Dropo might be thrown out, and he was saying, well, what about Skowron? Because he was on top of the pile, too, and Dropo got a pretty good cut out of it. I noticed in looking through the field glasses that up on his forehead, the right side of his forehead, he seems to have a pretty healthy cut. Well, I don't know what their reasoning is, but I would think that they would start with the two basic offenders, and if anything, toss both Ditmar and Doby out of the ballgame. But they're evidently not going to do that. And here is Lieutenant John Sullivan escorting Billy Martin off the field. This little guy. And probably the box. Looks now like Doby is out, too. Rice is talking with Doby, and Doby is registering a violent protest, and I think he is going to be put out of the game. There goes Martin out. Apparently that's the case, but there's Lopez. He's still talking. Boy, he's not going to give up a bit. Larry Doby and Billy Martin. Dropo is doing so much arguing that there's a chance that he may be out of the game, too. Well, it's been quite on top of the rain and the delays, and then a terrific fight out here. The customers have really had their money's worth, and there hasn't been a run scored. Well, this is a big type of series. Oh, this is something. See a series like this, as hard fought as it is. as though he has any intention of going off the field. Two on each side. Gropo has been chased too. Yogi has been chased. Billy Martin and Country Slaughter, the country boy, has also been chased. So that's it. Now the managers, one of them still out there in the field, and that is Al Lopez of the White Sox. And Gropo doesn't. Martin and Country Slaughter have been chased, and Roby and Gropo have been chased. And now Al Lopez is out there talking with the plate umpire. He is going to have to revise his lineup. Well, it just goes to show you the intense feeling on both of these clubs. Not against each other necessarily, but a battle like this with these two teams battling for the lead, and the Yankees, world champions, in second place, and the White Sox sailing ahead 5 games in front. There's naturally quite a bit of feeling. I don't think it's anything of a personal nature, but it's something that can pop out in a hurry as it did here today. I think it indicates a matter of circumstance too, Bob, because if that hadn't been a wild pitch, the pitcher wouldn't have had any necessity to come down to the plate, and probably all of this wouldn't have flared up. We're down with that left hook that Doby threw. I think we're going to have Jim Norris look him over. But that's what started it, because it was the wild pitch with 2 strikes on Doby, and the pitch sailed away from Elston Howard, enabling the runners to advance to second and third, and naturally the pitchers rolled theirs to cover the plate. So Ditmar came to the plate after Doby had been wrecked by the high inside pitch and high delivery, and it was at that time that things looked rather harmless and very innocent in nature, and suddenly words were exchanged, and pow, lights went out here. But as we've said before, all this is part of a great game of baseball. I go along with that idea, and as Bob pointed out, these fellas, when they meet one another off the field or even before the game, the best of friends, and they exchange a lot of pleasantries. They like to ride one another. That's always a part of the game, to climber the other person, the other player, try to get under his skin if you possibly can, and upset him a little bit, gain a little psychological advantage perhaps, but nevertheless, we're all in this business together with the idea of making a living out of professional baseball, without the idea of trying to do harm to the other fellow in any way. And some of them are just a little more aggressive than others, and that's the way it turned out today. So the spark was there, and it suddenly flared up, and we have had quite another delay, and this not caused by the weather at all. There's Philly. Dave Philly will be batting for Doby. 28 minutes was the official time there. The ball took 28 minutes. Now they're set to play again. Andy Carey has gone in at third. And here's Dave Philly, who's stepping up with a ball 1 and a strike 2 count on him. Sox base runners at second and third, and 2 out in the last of the first inning. Here comes the pitch to him, strike 3, and that inning is over. So Philly took 1 swing, and the inning is over, and it's no runs, 1 hit, a walk, and there were 2 men left on the base. Fans, at the end of the first inning of this ball game at Chicago, with plenty of sidelights, it's the Yankees, no runs, 3 hits, the White Sox, no runs, and 1 hit. Fans, we're going into the second inning. It's nice to have Bob Oakley out here with us today of the Oklahoma Oil Company. We have a nice crowd on hand, and boy, they've had their money's worth already. This was really something. In the second inning, it'll be Yogi Berra, Andy Carey in place of Billy Martin, and then the catcher, Elston Howard. Here's the Yogi man. He's strictly a peaceful fellow, the Yogi guy. He tries to get the fellas apart. Miñoso was doing the same thing. He was trying to break it up. Now they have Philly playing first. Dave Philly is playing first. has gone into center field. So here's the lineup now. Miñoso in left field. Phillips in center field. Rivera in right field. Hatfield at third. Louis at short. Fox at second. Billy at first. Here's the Yogi man. No score as we start the second inning of the ball game. First pitch to Yogi, a swing and a high fly ball into center field. Should be easy for Phillips. Going to his right, he's got it. 1 out. That'll bring up Terry. At third base in place of Billy Martin. The Yankees have no runs, 3 hits. The White Sox no runs and 1 hit. Now to wind up and the first pitch to Carey, White gets called right across the knee. Left-hander Billy Pierce. After his 11th win, he's 1-1 with the Yankees this year. And a bunt up to the right of the mound. The third baseman makes a fine play on that ball. Out at first. A great pickup by Billy. Hatfield made an impossible play on that ball, but he did it. And then threw the ball into the dirt. And Dave Philly made a great pickup of it for the out. That was a wonderful play. That's going to bring up Elston Howard. Now let's get in a station break. This is the WCFL Chicago White Sox Baseball Network. This is WCFL, the voice of labor in Chicago. Howard swings, and there's a base hit to right field. Howard hit an outside pitch on the line into right field for the Yankees hit number 4. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Art Ditmar. Ditmar coming out. Ditmar, number 28, is walking up to the plate to face Billy Pierce. With Howard over on first base and 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch to him. Was fouled off, strike 1. Billy gets a new baseball from the plate umpire, Larry Knapp. He's set again. Here's the pitch and a curve, a high curve in close, and a ball at 1-1. No score in the second inning at Chicago. Third game, a rubber game, and a big game. Billy Pierce and Ditmar, the pitchers. And here's the next one to Ditmar. A swing and a foul. It's out of play to the right. Drops into the box seat past first base. And a ball 1 and a strike 2 count. Again, Pierce picks up the rosin bag and dries his hands a bit. Gets set. Pitch to Ditmar, a swing and a high short fly ball into right field. Easy for Rivera. He's under the ball. He's got it for the out. In that inning, no run, 1 hit, and 1 man left on the base. And the score fans at the end of the first half of the second, the Yankees no runs and 4 hits. The White Sox no runs and 1 hit. Well, fans, we're going into the last half of the second inning at Chicago. We sure hope you're enjoying all the excitement wherever you are. Florida, Tennessee, down there in Georgia, in the good old state of Kentucky, or up here in the Middle West. But the White Sox story goes into all those different spots in our country. rosin bag and dries his hands a bit. Gets set. Here's the pitch to Ditmar. A swing and a high, short fly ball into right field. Easy for Rivera. He's under the ball. He's got it. For the out. In that inning, no runs, one hit, and one man left on the base. And the score fans at the end of the first half of the second, the Yankees no runs and 4 hits. The White Sox no runs and 1 hit. Well, fans, we're going into the last half of the second inning at Chicago. We sure hope you're enjoying all the excitement wherever you are. In Florida, Tennessee, down there in Georgia, in the good old state of Kentucky, or up here in the Middle West. But the White Sox story goes into all those different spots in our country every time that the White Sox play ball. Here's Hatfield. He'll be followed by Rivera, and then by the shortstop, Louis Aparicio. The first pitch to him, a bunt. The second baseman fast for the ball, fires to first. He is safe, lead it out for a hit. There was a surprise bunt on which Richardson made a tremendous play. Boy, I can see why they howl about this guy as a infielder. The ball was bunted fairly hard on the first base side of the mound. It got by the pitcher. Richardson raced in, made a scoop pick up at throw, but Hatfield beat it up. Here's Jungle, who's starting to get hot at the plate. Now somebody else has been thrown out, Whitey Ford. Here's Whitey Ford out arguing with umpire John Stevens. And it looks like he yelled something about that decision at first base, and he's been put out of the game, and he and the umpire are going through it over at first base. Everything is happening here today. Well, we won't start to worry until there's only 9 left. There goes Whitey Ford, one of the American League's great young pitchers, who's been bothered with a sore shoulder. He's walking toward the Sox dugout, and he has been chased out of the game. Pitch to Rivera is a ball. It's low and outside, ball 1. First base, and a nice curve strike around the knee. Rivera's batting .252. He's had 5 runs batted in, and he's hit 2 home runs. And last night he really hit one. Man, did he kiss one. Here's the next pitch, and a swing and a long drive. It is near the line. It's a fair ball, a home run. Rivera lined a home run off the wire on the pole in right field. He is really hot, and the Sox lead 2-0. A White Owl won it, and a box of White Owl cigars. Listen to the noise. Rivera's homer was a line drive that hit the wire on the foul pole. The wire is on the fair side of the pole. It hit on the wire and fell back down, and that is a home run, and 2 runs are in. Here's a strike on Louis, strike 1. The White Sox, that is their 3rd hit in the game, and Louis takes a curve, strike 2. That's Rivera's 3rd homer, and his 7th run batted in. Ditmar again leaning way forward. Here comes the pitch to Little Louis, and a swing and a foul. It's out of play, back of first base. Boy, fans, you should have seen that homer. That was right up on that screen on the foul pole, and a home run. His 2nd homer in the series. Again, the windup and the pitch to Little Louie. A ball, a little bit low. So Billy Pierce has been given a 2-run lead here on Rivera's homer, following a single by Freddie Hatfield. Again, the pitch to Louie, strike 3 with the bottom of the seventh. Here's Billy Pierce coming out. Yankees take it around. Andy Carey at third, McDougal at short, Richardson at second, Skowron at first, Bauer in right, Mantle in center, Yogi Berra in left. Here's Billy Pierce walking up to the plate. One out and 2 runs are in. And a fastball that dropped a little bit too low. And in close, ball 1. What a day. What excitement at Chicago today. The next pitch to Billy, a swing and a miss. 1-1. Art Ditmar. Big right-hander doing the pitching, and a swing and a miss. Like 2. Well, let's see how many home run balls he has served up. That is number 5 off the delivery of Ditmar. Here comes the pitch to Billy. It's low for a ball, 2-2. The umpires are Larry Knapp, John Stevens, Rice, and Rommel. They really had a time here today. Billy, number 19 in the batter's box. Here comes the pitch and a high short fly ball into left field. Finally, Yogi's going to get a put out. He's got it for the out. Yogi Berra caught that ball in left field. Now the plate umpire is cleaning the plate. And here is the leadoff batter, Bubba Phillips. The Dodgers just tied Milwaukee. 4-4. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh are tied 2-2. The Boston-Cleveland game is still delayed by rain. Boston leading 4-1. Here's the pitch to Phillips. Strike call right at the knee. Nobody on, 2 out, but there are 2 runs in. And the pitch to Phillips, a swing and a high fly ball into left field. Another chance for the Yogi man. He's got it. And it retires to the side. In that inning, there were 2 runs and 2 hits, and no one left on the base. The total, the White Sox, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Yankees, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Here's Gil McDougal leading off in the 3rd inning of this ball game. Correction, Richardson leading off. I was looking at Gil. He's in the on-deck circle. And the first pitch to Richardson is a little bit too low for a ball. This is only the 3rd inning. We had a rain delay and a fight delay. Arguing with the plate umpire about that call. And here is Lopez coming up to the plate. Here's a telegram I'd like to answer. It says, you said McDougal hit into a double play in the 1st inning, whereas he struck out. That's not a double play. Please explain. I said that there was a double play on that strikeout. And any time on one play, there are 2 men retired. That is a double play. You could even get a triple play on a strikeout. The batter scored is a double play. Where the batter strikes out, the runner going down is double. It all happens on the same play. That's scored as a double play. Lopez is talking with the plate umpire. Has gone back to the White Sox dugout. now, and we still have the leadoff batter up in there, Richardson, who singled the first time up. Wind up and the pitch to him, strike call. What a day. Hatfield at third, Louis at short, Fox at second, Philly at first, remember. And the pitch to him, a swing and a smash, a fair ball down the left field line. Miñoso is chasing it into the corner. It's going to be a double for Bobby, his second hit in a row. That's a two-base hit, and that is hit number 5 for the Yankees. That's going to bring up Gil McDougall. Second. Nobody out. And Gil McDougall, who hit into he struck out, and there was a double play on it. Here's a ground ball that's foul along the third base line. One strike. Richardson out on second. Little guy in his first full year in the majors is hitting well. He has a 318 batting average going into the game.
Somebody got the trouble cane throwing?
Here's getting a sign again. The next pitch to McDougall, a swing and a hard smash, a fair ball past third. That also is going down in the corner, and that's another double. And Richardson scores to make the score 2-1. Hit number 6. That is the first run scored off Billy Pierce after 5 consecutive scoreless innings. Scored on a pair of doubles. For McDougall, that is his 25th run batted in. Here's Mickey Mantle, who singled the first time up. And a swing and a foul off to the right. Now the White Sox have 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. The Yankees have 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. Here's a rule on the double play. Credit participation in the double play or triple play to each fielder who earns a putout or an assist when 2 or 3 players are put out between the time the pitch is delivered and the time the ball next becomes dead or is next in possession of the pitcher in pitching position, unless an error intervenes between putouts. That explains why on a strikeout and a man going down, that is scored as a double play. Ball 2 and strike 1 for Mantle. And it's ball 3 in very close at the knee. Ball 3 and a strike 1 count on Mickey Mantle. Bill Skowron, the on-deck hitter, is talking with the Yankee manager, Casey Stengel. And now he's coming out of the dugout. Here's a curve and a swing and a miss. Boy, he threw a beauty that time. Bernie Hatfield, who is playing third for the White Sox, never had a chance on those 2 doubles. Richardson's double, McDougall's double. They were hit like shots between he and the bag. Now we've got a ball 3 and a strike 2 count on Mickey Mantle, and a swing and a ground ball to third. Hatfield up with that ball, fires to first, and it's out. One away. Nice play by Hatfield, and they held McDougall at second. Here's Skowron stepping in. Well, a lot of excitement. Skowron stepping into the batter's box. At Detroit, it's Baltimore nothing and Detroit nothing at the end of 3. Strike right at the knee. Really working carefully out there. In the Baltimore Tiger game, it's Moore and Foytack. Here's a swing and a smash on the ground that the shortstop grabs. Made a fine pickup of that ball. Fires at the first base and mooses out. And on the play, McDougal goes to third. He tried to get that ball before it hit the ground, but he couldn't. If he had grabbed it before it hit the ground, he would have had a cinch double play. Here's Hank Bauer. In the Boston-Cleveland game, it's Brewer and Wynn, 2 right-handers. Hank Bauer with a teammate over on third, and a fastball dropped a little bit low, a ball. The Washington-Kansas City game will be played tonight. Are leading 2-1 in the third inning of this ball game, and a swing and a ground ball. Shortstop makes a great stop to throw out at third. Great stop by Aparicio, and the tying run was left on the base. Boy, was that a stop! Way to his left in that inning. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on the base. So, fans, the score at the end of the first half of the third inning: White Sox 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Yankees 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. Fans, we're going into the last half of the third inning of this ball game at Chicago with Nellie stepping in. He walked the first time up. Close game, 2-1, Sox lead, and a ball a little bit too low. Remember, a night game with Washington tomorrow night, a single game on Saturday, and a big Sunday doubleheader. You can't beat baseball, the biggest dollar's worth in the country. The next pitch to Little Fox, and a strike right at the knee. Nobody on and nobody out. Nellie walked the first time up. Going into the game with a .352 batting average. And a swing and a ground ball. Nice stop by the second baseman, the pitcher covering first, and it's out. One away. Good, real big league play. Ditmar can really move. He was alert on that play and got over there. Here is Miñoso, who beat out an infield hit. The first time up. The first pitch to him, swing and a miss, like one. One strike. Going into today's activity, the Sox lead the Yankees by 5. Cleveland by 6.5. Ball, it's low. The Tigers by 7. Boston by 9. Baltimore by 11, Kansas City by 12.5, and Washington by 17. That's the complete rundown on the American League team. Here's the long foul, out of play. Again, the plate umpire throws a new baseball out to the pitcher, and we're getting a light drizzle again. Dark storm clouds, rain clouds overhead. Ball 1 and a strike 2 count, and a swing and a ground ball to puts him up with it. It's an error for McDougal. McDougal went to his left for Miñoso's ground ball and couldn't come up with it, and it scored as an error. Now here's the catcher, Sherman Rollins. The Boston-Cleveland game has been resumed. It's Boston 4, Cleveland 1. takes a strike. It's right across the knee. Here's the White Sox, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Yankees, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. This has really been a wild one. Ditmar shakes off a couple of signs. Now he's set again. And a high fly ball into right center field. Mantle getting over, should get it. He's got that ball. Falling out. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Dave Philly. The White Sox went out ahead in the second inning when Hatfield singled and Rivera lined a home run, a shot, off the foul pole in right field. Here's Philly, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Also on first, he's running. Here's a swing and a tap to Bobby Richardson. Up with it to make the first out, and it retires Lasan. In that inning, no run, no hits, an error, and 1 man left on the base. So, friends, the score at the end of 3 full innings. The White Sox, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Yankees, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. Todd Elson saying goodbye for a little while, and here's Don West. Thank you, Bob. Here's Berra leading off for the Yankees. They're still having trouble down in the right field corner with the water that stands down there, and between innings, between half innings, the grounds crew, they go out and sweep off some more of that water. Here's the delivery to Berra. Beauty by Pearson, called strike, and it's 0-1. Berra flies to center fielder Bubba Phillips as the Yankee leadoff man in the second. Billy Pierce has allowed 6 hits. The Yankees with 1 run, and the Sox leading 2-1. Here's the delivery by Billy. Fastball low and outside for a ball, 1 ball, and 1 strike. So the White Sox have Philly at first, where Grofo was at the beginning of today's game. Fox at second, Aparicio at short. Hatfield at third in place of Phillips, because Phillips moved in to center field to replace Larry Doby. Next pitch, Doby is swing by Berra and a line drive. A base hit out of the right field, drops in front of Rivera in the water out there. Comes up with the ball and fires it into Fox. So that is hit number 7. As Berra lined one into right field, off toward right center, and it dropped right in the water that is really soaked up that outfield. So that is the base hit. Leadoff man on for the New York Yankees, and coming up is third baseman Andy Carey. The White Sox suffered in that Donnybrook because they lost 2 frontline players in Doby and Grofo. On the other hand, that wasn't the case for the New York Yankees. They lost 1 starter in today's game, Billy Martin, and the other, Whitey Ford, who was sidelined, of course, and Enos Country Slaughter, who was a member of the Yankee bench. Here's what he says. Swing at a high fly ball, left center field. Bubba Phillips is there, jogging over to his right, waits on it, makes the catch. Here's the throw into Aparicio, and the base runner Berra moves on back to first. So the Yankees have 1 out. And coming up is the catcher, Elston Howard, another right-handed batter. Well, that big wide stand for the employees. Berra standing on the bag, and talking Dave Philly now leads away. Strike taken by Pierce, and the delivery to Howard, a strike call. Strike curve by Pierce. Strike one. Miñoso is straight away in left field. Bubba Phillips on the straightaway mark in center, and the same for Jim Rivera in right. And all 3 are set deep. Because this guy's got great power. Here's the next straight swing, and a ball that he pops up out of the short left. Going out for an Aparicio, drops for a base hit. Berra on his way to third now. Here's the throw to second base by Miñoso. And Berra goes sliding in safely at third. Bubba Phillips slipped and fell out in left center field. A ball that was hit off the handle by Howard. He fluked it out over Aparicio's head in short left center field, sending Berra around to third. And the Yankees with a threat here with runners at first and third and only 1 out. And coming out is the pitcher, Ditmar. The ejections in today's game, Billy Martin, Enos Slaughter, and Whitey Ford. And for the White Sox, Yogi and Grofo. Let's get into station break right here. This is the WCFL, Chicago White Sox Baseball Network. WCFL, the voice of labor in Chicago. And all the fuss and fuming out here and the feuding started in the first inning when the White Sox attacked. Yogi was the batter, and on a wild pitch to Yogi, with two men on, the pitcher came to the plate to cover, and the wild pitch actually was one that checked Yogi. He went down in the dirt to escape it. And the pitcher, who is up there at the plate right now, Ditmar, came down to cover at the plate. And Yogi and Ditmar exchanged some words, and Yogi then flattened him with a punch. And immediately that brought out both the benches, and quite a fight developed from that point on. Here's a swing and a ground ball that Aparicio picks up, steps on the bag at second, fires to first, double play, retires the side. Mark Ditmar wrapped one to Aparicio, led him toward the bag at second base. Fleury stepped on the bag to get the force out on Howard, relayed to Philly at first, the double of Ditmar, and that's all for the New York Yankees in the fourth. And in addition to the exchange of words between Yogi and Ditmar, then Grupo and Enos Slaughter got into a separate fight. Boy, there was a real fight going on with both benches out. Even some of the White Sox and Yankee players came out of the bullpen, so Grupo and Slaughter were thrown out as a result of that little extra bit. And then Whitey Ford was tossed out of the game later for saying something from the bench to one of the umpires. So the net result here, for the New York Yankees, no runs. There were two base hits, no errors, and one man left. And the score at the end of the first half of the fourth. The White Sox 2, and the New York Yankees 1. Well, thanks to the double play that Ditmar wrapped into, the tying run for the Yankees was left-handed. Here's Mantle leading off. He fouled off the first pitch, and the next delivery to him, instead he takes outside for ball one. One ball and one strike. Hatfield, in the second inning, was the leadoff man. He got a single, and then Berra lined his homer down the right field line at the 352-foot mark and hit the screen on the foul pole. There's the next pitch, a swing and a line drive and a base hit at the center field. Coming up to the ball, there's Mickey Mantle out there, and Hatfield with his second hit. Well, the batter now will be Jungle Jim Rivera. And Jim, he really came to play against the Yankees. He may have had his troubles in the first game of the series, but boy, Jim Dandy rebounded last night, tilted the ball all over the lot, and today with a home run, which has given the White Sox their 2-1 margin. Here's the pitch to Jim, and a foul tip for strike one. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Cincinnati Redlegs again this afternoon for the fourth straight time. The Pirates 3 and Cincinnati 2. Berra must have one. Hatfield is up. The Yankee right-hander into the stretch. Hatfield leads at first. The pitch. Rivera swings and smash. Picked up by Skowron. Goes to second base. Double play. Skowron stepped on the bag to get Rivera as he reached back with his gloved hand, grabbed that ball, stepped on the bag, fired through to the shortstop, Gil McDougall. And McDougall was waiting with the ball as Hatfield went sliding into second base, so it's a double play. Rivera hit one well down the first base side, but as Skowron started to make his move to the right, he reached back, grabbed the ball, went to the bag, made the foot out there on the batter, fired the second to retire the runner. Here's Aparicio on the pitch is low and outside for ball one. So that is the first Yankee double play of the afternoon. And the Yankees now with 60 twin killings to their credit. Aparicio struck out in the second. Sox have two out, nobody on. Wind up by Ditmar on the pitch. Lloyd takes low for ball two, and it's 2 balls to no strikes. 2-0 on Aparicio. Ditmar takes his time, looks, gets the sign from Howard. Wind up again on the pitch, and it's low and outside in the dirt. Ball 3, 3-0. 3-0, the count on Little Lloyd. He's already turned in a couple of terrific plays. Big plays, key plays. Here's ball 4 on an outside pitch. Ditmar was nowhere near the strike zone on 4 deliveries to Aparicio. So Lloyd gets on, and coming out is the pitcher, Billy Sturz. Billy with a lifetime record against the Yankees of 14 victories and 24 defeats. Last season, he won 2 and lost 2 against New York, and this season he is all even at 1 win and 1 loss. And Billy has 7 hits to lead all of the White Sox pitchers, 7 hits in 37 times at bat. Here's the pitch, strike call, waist high, inside edge of the plate. On a fastball by Ditmar, and it's strike 1. Billy Pierce has already worked in 100 innings before this game this afternoon. Standing on the bag at first is Aparicio, steps away now, and there's delivery to Pierce. Outside pitch to him for ball 1. Outside and low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. This has had all of the necessary ingredients to make it one of the most exciting of the year. Aparicio dives back to the bag at first as Ditmar turns and throws to Skowron. Lloyd gets up on his feet again, steps one away from the bag. He may go. Here's the pitch, a swing, and a foul tip like this. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that time, Elston Howard really got one. A foul tip off the bat of Pierce that really stung Howard. The Yankee trainer comes out to take a look at it. Pitcher, Ditmar, down off the mound, and it may be that Howard will be taken out of the game. It appears to be a dislocation because he is in quite a bit of pain, and the Yankee trainer is trying to straighten that finger. And we will have a new catcher coming in.
Immediately following the game, President William Herring will meet with members of both ends of the stadium and the umpires. There will be no statement from Mr. Herring following this conference. Will be announced tomorrow from the league office.
The announcement has just been made by Eddie Short that President Will Harris of the American League will meet with both managers right after this game in the White Sox offices here at Comiskey Park. There will be no statement made until tomorrow concerning the incident that we had out here today. Elston Howard has gone over to the Yankee dugout, and we will have a new catcher coming in now for the New York Yankees. At least he was called in from the bullpen. New catcher will be coming in. Unless the Yankee trainer is able to do some hurry-up work on Howard's finger. And this will be Johnson. Carl Johnson, who was called in from the Yankee bullpen. He is down in the dugout right now, and he is getting on the catching paraphernalia. There goes the chest protector. And in a moment he'll get the shin guards out, and he'll be coming out behind the plate there. And that means that the Yankees have lost their 4th player of the afternoon. 3 of them have been tossed out. Slaughter, Martin, and Whitey Ford. And Elston Howard goes out of the game now because of the foul tip by Billy Pierce. The way Pierce looked back to the catcher immediately, he realized what had happened. And it was apparently a finger dislocation. Here comes Dal Johnson up and out of the Yankee dugout now with a mask on. He's coming out behind the plate. As the Yankee trainer, as we look down into the New York dugout, is still working on the hand of Elston Howard. Well, that's a tough business behind the plate. You have to admire every man who dons the mask and the chest protector and those shin guards and gets back there, because it is no place for the weak-hearted. That's for sure. It is a rough phase of this game of baseball, but it can be a very rewarding part of it. As some of the top salaries in the Major Leagues are earned by leading receivers. So Billy Pierce is in there in the batter's box, and Johnson is behind the plate. Here's the announcement on him. And Pierce has a 1-2 count. The pitch. Billy swings, taps one over the pitcher's head. In for it is McDougall. The play will be the first. Pierce goes out, and that retires the side. Billy Pierce tapped one up over the pitcher's head. McDougal came up on the infield grass, picked off that ball, threw to Skowron, and got Pierce. So the White Sox in the last half of the fourth with no runs, one hit, leadoff single by Hatfield, no errors, and one man left. And the score at the end of 4 full innings of play. The White Sox 2 and the New York Yankees 1. Going down again. Picking up a little bit more now, and as a result, there's quite a flurry of excitement here among the spectators as the umbrellas suddenly pop out. Everybody gets raincoats on again. Here's the leadoff man for the Yankees. It's Bobby Richardson, the second baseman. First pitch is a strike. Richardson is 2 for 2. Here's the next pitch, a swing, and a miss for strike 2. That is nothing in 2. Richardson got a single on first in the first inning, and he doubles down the third base side in the third. Got it just inside the line and shot it right past Hatfield. And McDougal duplicated that just a few seconds later. Here's the next pitch, swing, and a line drive out of the center field. Bubba Phillips falls out there, slips and falls to the water. The ball is over his head, going out to the top-end barrier. Here's the throw in. The runner on his way to third. The throw is not in time. He is out of third. The runner's hit the bag. How about that? Hippopotamus. Boy, I've seen everything in this game. There was the ball, lined in the center field. Phillips, racing for the ball, tried to cut for it. He slipped and fell. The ball splashed through the water, rolled out to the bullpen barrier at the 415-foot mark. Richardson was on his way to third. Aparicio went out to take the relay, whipped the ball to Freddie Hatfield. Hatfield did not have him when he slid in, but he oversplit the bag by about a foot, and Hatfield immediately put the tag on him. He was called out at third, and the Yankees have one out. Credit him with a 3-base hit. Here's McDougal. Score still 2-1, the White Sox lead. The pitch up high to McDougal for ball 1. And that is the type of treacherous going that both of these ball clubs, New York and the White Sox, have had to put up with this afternoon. That outfield is in real sad shape. Here's the delivery by Pierce. Curve in there for strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Richardson with a 3-base hit. But the put out from Phillips to Aparicio to Hatfield as he overslid the bag. McDougal has a double and 2 tries. 1-1. The delivery now by Pierce. Curveball, a swing and a foul tip. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To imagine that so much excitement could possibly be packed into 3 baseball games. But that's the way it has been from the start of this series on Tuesday night. Here's the windup by Pierce and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball swing and a line drive out of the left center. That's going for extra bases. Phillips going over. Plays this ball off the wall now as McDougal goes in standing at second base. The throw comes into Aparicio, and Louis has the relay man. Starts to walk back toward the infield now, and McDougal with his second straight 2-base hit. Coming out is Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle is 1 for 2 this afternoon. The rain has stopped, and activity starts in the White Sox bullpen. Yankees with a tying run out there at second base in the first half of the fifth. New York with 1 run, 10 hits off Pierce, 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors off Ditmar. Pierce goes into the stretch. Here's the delivery to Mickey Mantle. Whoa, and inside, almost nicked him on the knee for ball 1. Mantle today has a single and 2 times at bat. Singled in the first and grounded out to Hatfield in the third. Joey Staley works in the White Sox bullpen. Here's the next pitch by Pierce. Mantle takes low and inside, gets away from Lawler, but he keeps it out in front of him. And as a result, McDougal is unable to advance. That ball went down in the dirt on a low inside pitch to Mantle. It bounced off Lawler's shin guard. And fortunately, in blocking it just right, he kept it out in front of the plate so that he had his eye on the ball and the base runner at the same time. So McDougal stays at second base. Richardson led off with a triple. Overslid the bag at third, was tagged out by Hatfield. Otherwise, the Yankees would have had this game tied up now with McDougal's two base hit to left center. Pitch to Mantle. Here's the swing and a long shot out of the left field. This ball is off the wall. Here's the run coming in to score. Phillips makes the pickup, fires to second base, and Mantle is in safely at second base. The game is tied. The Yankees 2 and the White Sox 2 as Mantle hit a long shot off the wall out in left field over Miñoso's head. And Minnie waited for that ball then to rebound from the wall as it traveled so quickly out of the left field. Low line drive. Phillips made the pickup. Fired the ball to Fox, but Mantle got in safely at second base, and that is the third straight extra base hit off Pierce here in the fifth inning. Game is tied. The Yankees now with 11 hits off Pierce. That brings up Bill Skowron. Time is called. Manager Al Lopez is coming out, and it may be that right now Al has decided that that will be all for Pierce. See if he makes any sign as he goes out to the mound. He hasn't as yet. This is a tough chore for a manager, especially when you have a fellow like Pierce. He takes the ball from Billy Pierce, and Billy is coming out of the game. Jerry Staley has been working in the bullpen for the White Sox. The fact that Billy was after his 8th straight win and his 7th consecutive complete game. And that's what really makes it a tough thing for a manager to have to do. But the Yankees, swinging from the heels here, have amassed 11 hits. And of the 11, 3 have been solid drives off Pierce here in the fifth inning. And save for the fact that Richardson was nailed oversliding the bag at third after his triple, the Yankees would be leading here 3-2 as it is. The game is tied at 2 runs apiece. Here's Jerry Staley starting the long walk from the bullpen out in center field. And in just a moment, you'll hear a terrific hand for a terrific young guy, Billy Pierce. Here he is. Staley's record, this will be Jerry's 13th game appearance, all in relief. He has won 2 without defeat, has pitched in 29 and 2/3 innings, given up 28 hits, 6 runs, all 6 earned, struck out 16 and walked 5, and his earned run average is 1.80. He has the same earned run average as Pierce when this game got started this afternoon, 1.80, not quite 2 runs per 9 innings pitched. For the Yankees, when Staley is ready, will be first baseman Bill Skowron. And Skowron today is 1 for 2. See, Bobby Richardson now is 3 for 3. Gil McDougal is 2 for 3. Mantle is 2 for 3. Skowron is 1 for 2. Bauer nothing for 2. Berra is 1 for 2. Andy Carey is 0 for 2. Elston Howard, who is out of the game now. Howard was 2 for 2. He has been replaced by Johnson. Suffered that finger injury and the foul tip by Billy Pierce. The Yankees have 2 runs, 11 hits, have committed 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. That is the last warm-up toss now by Jerry Staley. Still talking to him as James stands out in front of the plate. Running at second base is Mickey Mantle. Fox and Aparicio have been talking to him during this delay now. left-handed batter facing right-hander Jerry Staley. The outfield, now Bubba Phillips, shifts over toward left center field. Miñoso is straight away in left and deep. Here's the start of the motion by Staley. Mantle leads at second. Have the pitch. Low ball is swinging a smash at a base hit. Out of the left field. The run will score. Here comes Mantle rounding at third. Down the line he comes. And the Yankees go out in front 3-2. Miñoso's throw goes to Fox. And Skowron hurries back to the bag at first. So Skowron, on the first pitch by Jerry Staley, hits one in the hole between Hatfield and Aparicio. And the Yankees take the lead 3-2. That is the fourth straight New York hit. Still only one out. The batter, Hank Bauer. 3-2 ball game. The Yankees with a dozen hits. Aparicio changes his position in the infield. Moves closer over toward third. Stretch by Staley. Now Bubba Phillips shifts over toward left center field. Miñoso is straight away at left and deep. Here's the start of the motion by Staley. Mantle leads at second. Have the pitch. Low ball is swinging a smash at a base hit. Out of the left field. The run will score. Here comes Mantle rounding at third. Down the line he comes. And the Yankees go out in front 3-2. Miñoso's throw goes to Fox. And Skowron hurries back to the bag at first. So Skowron, on the first pitch by Jerry Staley, hits one in the hole between Hatfield and Aparicio. And the Yankees take the lead 3-2. That is the fourth straight New York hit. Still only one out. The batter, Hank Bauer. 3-2 ball game. The Yankees with a dozen hits. Aparicio changes his position in the infield. Moves closer over toward third. Stretch by Staley, but looks toward first, down the pitch. Bauer takes the strike. So that run, with Mantle scoring, is charged to third. That means that Philly is charged with 3 runs and 11 of the 12 Yankee hits. Skowron on at first, 1 out. Bauer batting. Here's the next delivery by Staley. He held up on his swing on an inside pitch. Dropped out of the mid of Lawler to the left of the plate, but Lawler retrieved it hurriedly. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. White Sox with a big gap out there in right center field. Tremendous hole between Rivera and Phillips. The pitch low and outside. Got away from Lawler again. Rolled to the right side of the plate. Sturm had it again out in front of him, so he picked it up easily, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. 2-1. The on-deck man is the left fielder, Yogi Berra. So this is the meat section of the batting order right here. Here's the 2-1 delivery now by Jerry Staley. Curve is swinging a ground foul off on the third base side. 2-2. Let's get into station break right here. This is the WCFL, Chicago White Sox Baseball Network. This is WCFL, the voice of labor in Chicago. Remember the White Sox Clubhouse Show this evening at 6:45. 2-2, the count on Bauer. Skowron at first, 1 out. 2 runs the red. And the pitch by Jerry Staley, way outside for ball 3, and it's 3-2. Of the White Sox pitching staff, Billy Pierce, won 4 in the third innings today. Here's a throw to the first base, and Skowron gets back in plenty of time. 3-2 the count. Here's the delivery by Staley, a swing and a smash to the shortstop Aparicio. His play will have to be at first. The throw, and it's in time. As Bauer goes out, Skowron was going on the 3-2 delivery by Jerry Staley, so Louis, in moving to his right and going in the hole to grab that ball, had no play at second base. The play was to first, and he got his man. The Yankees with 1 out, runner at second. Step again is Yogi Berra. Now there are 2 outs. Lead second by Skowron, and Berra will be intentionally walked. First base is open. 2-out situation. First half of the 5th. Here's ball 2 now to Berra. An intentional walk for Yogi to load up that gap at first. Again, the pitch by Staley, ball 3. Staley goes through all the motions in proper sequence. Now steps away from the rubber and looks over toward second base where Skowron had taken rather a long lead. Here's ball 4, and Yogi Berra is purposely passed. Now Joe Megan of the back of the Arts Council went to pay us a call this afternoon, and a reminder, too, that with no activity out here on the field right now, as Andy Kelly is scheduled to come out, but he will be lifted now in favor of a bench batter, Joe Collins. The 4th annual softball game between the Aldermen of the City Council and the back of the Arts Council will be played under the lights at 8:30 next Thursday night, June 20th, at the Council's Recreation Field at 47th and South Amos. I've had a chance to play out there for the last 2 years, and this is sort of upsetting because we're going to be on the road now, and won't be able to participate in this game, but I have always thoroughly enjoyed it. We won last year. Mayor Daley, John Rigney, Chuck Comiskey, and Jack Mantle are expected to play out there. They always have a fine turnout for it. And that will be Thursday night, June 20th. Here's Collins coming up to bat for Terry, and the pitch to Collins. Strike call. Close up by Staley, but he fed in right at the letters, and it's 0-1. The Yankees have runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Skowron at second, and Yogi Berra on at first. More activity in the bullpen, and this time it's Dixie Howell who's warming up. Here's the next pitch. The swing and a line drive out of the center field is a base hit. Runner scoring as Skowron comes around third and comes in to score. Phillips fires the ball to second base. And the Yankees increase their lead now to 4-2. Line one, right out over second base. Into center field with a base hit that brings home Skowron. Berra held up at second base. Collins is on at first. And the batter is Elston Howard. Not Elston Howard, but the catcher now, Darrell Johnson. Here's a swing and a ground ball that the third baseman Hatfield goes for. Throws to Fox, forced out at second base just in time. On a very tight play to retire the side. The Yankees batted 8 men in the 5th inning. And Hatfield came up with that slow tap off the bat of the catcher Darrell Johnson to get the force out at second base on Joe Collins and retire the side. The Yankees had a total of 3 runs on 5 hits. 3 runs on 5 hits. No White Sox errors. And New York with a total of 2 men left. The score at the end of the first half of the 5th inning. The New York Yankees 4 and the Chicago White Sox 2. Leading off for the White Sox. First pitch is high and inside for him for ball 1. This is the last half of the 5th. And the White Sox need a pair of runs. The pitch to Phillips takes the strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bubba is 0 for 2. He struck out of the first inning and flied to left to retire the side in the second. On the mound is Ditmar, and the pitch. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Jerry Coleman is now playing at third for the Yankees. He is the third baseman to be used there. Martin was thrown out of the game. Andy Carey was lifted for a pinch batter. And Coleman is there now. Wind up and the next delivery, and Phillips swings, slaps one of the shortstop. McDougal has it off a high hop, throws to first. Phillips goes out and strikes to first. So the White Sox in the 5th have 1 away. That will bring up second baseman Nelson Fox. Nellie is 0 for 1 today. Walked in the first inning and grounded out in the third. As Richardson made a great play on his ground ball. Here's the delivery to Fox. Strike call. Fastball. Ditmar has allowed only 4 hits. Single by Miñoso in the first. Single by Hatfield Hatfield and a home run by Berra in the second inning, and a single by Hatfield in the fourth. Here's the next delivery to Fox. Fastball down too low. Checked his swing, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So we had quite a first inning flare-up. A fight that broke out between the Yankees and the White Sox and resulted in 4 players being tossed out right then and there. Here's the next pitch. Fox swings, grounds to the second baseman. Richardson has it, throws to first. Fox goes out second to first. And the White Sox very quickly in the 5th inning have 2 outs. Here's Miñoso. That ground ball hit by Fox was a ball that took off on high hop right at the second baseman, Bobby Richardson. So the play didn't trouble in the 5th. Miñoso batting. The Yankees are leading 4-2 in the home half of the 5th. The pitch to Minnie, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Minnie has 1 hit and 2 times at bat. Singled in the 1st. Got on an error in the 3rd. Down to the motion by Ditmar in the 5th. Minnie swings, smashes one back through the middle. Richardson, a great backhand stab. Throw to first. He got it. Brilliant play. A smash by Miñoso right through the middle. Richardson went way over on the edge of the outfield grass. Back of second. Backhand stab of that ball. Jumped in the air, spun around in midair, fired the ball to Skowron, and Miñoso goes out. One of the greatest players we've seen in this series. And that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down go the White Sox in the 5th inning. And with nothing across, the score at the end of 5. The New York Yankees 4 and the White Sox 2. Going into the 6th inning, Yankees lead 4-2. And once again, here's Bob Oakley.
Thank you, Don. Ditmar just took a tremendous swing at a slow curveball and missed. Now he swung at a sidearm curve that had a little speed on it, missed that too. We were just saying over in the press box, this has been a terrific series. Just a tremendous series of 3 games. Here comes the pitch to him again, and a swing and a foul. It's off to the right. The Yankees have 4 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox have 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Again, the windup and the pitch. A swing and a tap along the third baseline. Staley's ball. Take the first, and he's out. 1 away. Don probably announced that there's going to be a meeting in Mr. Comiskey's office after the game between the manager, Casey Stengel, the manager, Al Lopez, the 4 umpires, and the president of the American League, Mr. Will Harris. About that brawl out here today. There'll be no announcement made today of any further action taken, but there will be an announcement made tomorrow from the league office. Mr. Harris, the league president, saw this affair here today, so he's got first-hand information. Strike 1 on Richardson, and a little bit too low to Bob, makes it 1-1. This fellow's one of the greatest infielders to come into the league in a long time. He can really make plays. Here's a tap along the third baseline. It's foul. 1-2. Ted Williams has hit 2 homers in the game at Cleveland, and the Red Sox have flattened early win. Baltimore and Detroit are 0-0 at the end of 5. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati. The Giants beat the Cubs again, and Milwaukee beat Brooklyn. So there you have all the dope on all of the other games. Here we have a 1-2 count on Richardson, and a swing and a pop up. Play on the ball to the left of the plate. Lawler getting over. He's got it for the out. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Gil McDougal. McDougal has been up front. He hit into a double play, or he struck out in the first inning, and it was turned into a double play. He doubled in the 3rd, and he doubled in the 5th. Facing Jerry Staley with 2 out in the 6th inning, and a spike sidearm of beauty. Hatfield playing very close to the foul line. Here's the pitch to him, a swing and a ground ball right down the foul line. It's just outside the bag, and it's strike two. The Washington series, a 4-game series, gets underway tomorrow night with a night game. Washington Saturday and a big Sunday doubleheader. Again, the wind-up in the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to the mound. Nice stop by Staley. Take the first. He's out. Retiring the shot. In that inning, it's 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. And the score at the end of the first half of the 6th inning is still the Yankees 4 runs and 13 hits. The White Sox 2 runs and 4 hits. Here's Lawler. The first pitch from Ditmar, a swing at a high curve and a foul tip, strike one. Lawler's been up twice. He's flied out twice to center field. Field is playing him around a little bit to the left. Again, Ditmar leans forward on his right foot, and a swing and a hard hit foul ball past third. Just missed the bag by about an inch. Oh, there was a sure double if he'd had it straightened out. Been tossed out to the mound, and Lawler is getting back in the batter's box. Nobody on and nobody out. Now the pitcher takes so much time that Lawler gets tired of waiting and steps out of the batter's box. Comes the pitch to him, a swing and another fly ball to deep center. Mantle back, he's got that ball to the out. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Billy. Billy struck out in the first inning and bounced out in the third inning. In the batter's box with the outfield pulled around to the right, and a strike right at the knee. Coleman playing third, McDougal at short, Richardson at second, and Skowron at first. Dave Philly, a switch hitter batting left-handed, takes a ball in the dirt, 1-1. The Sox scored first, getting 2 runs in the second. The Yankees picked up 1 in the third, and then 3 in the fifth. Here's the pitch to Philly. It's a slow ball and a beauty right across the knee. Strike 2. Dave Philly walks away from the plate, gets a little dirt on his hands, steps up in there again. The outfield is playing him around a little bit to the right, with the right fielder playing very deep. 1-2 count on Philly, and a swing and a foul on the ground. Well, fans plan to come out this weekend and see the series with Washington. They're all big and important ball games. This will be your last chance to see the White Sox for a couple of weeks, because the team goes on the road on Monday and will be gone for a little over 2 weeks. 1-2 count to Philly. Slow ball. It's low inside. Ball 2. Ball 2 and strike 2. Ditmar looking down at the catcher, Darrell Johnson. A wind up in the next pitch. A swing and a base hit. Base hit into left field. Dave Billy crossed the Yankees up that time. They were expecting him to pull the ball to right field. And instead of that, he shot the ball between short and third into left field for a hit. Here's Hatfield, who's had 2 for 2. Freddie Hatfield stepping in. With a teammate at first base, and a swing at a high curve and a miss. Right one. Now the Yankees are starting a pitcher throwing in the bullpen in center field. It's Tommy Byrne, a left-hander. Hatfield cuts and fouls the ball back on the screen. Strike 2. Hatfield got into the game when, after the brawl early in the game, Gopo and Doby were safe. For the Yankees, Slaughter and Billy Martin were safe. And then later, Whitey Ford was safe. Hatfield swings and misses, striking out a fastball high, point 3. Here's Rivera. Rivera's been a real big gun in the series for the White Sox. He had a single, a double, and a homer last night. And the first time up today with Hatfield on first, lined a home run off the foul pole in right field. So here's Jim in the batter's box. And the first pitch to him, a swing and a ground foul along the first baseline. 1 strike. The American League, it's Boston 8, Cleveland 1 at the end of 7. Baltimore nothing, Detroit nothing at the end of 5. Here it's the Yankees 4 and the White Sox 2 in the last of the 6th inning. And a ball a little bit too low. Ball 1 and strike 1. Ditmar, a tall right-hander, takes his cap off, wipes his forehead with his sleeve, gets set again. Base runner at first, he's watching him. Here's the pitch and a swing and a foul back on the screen. And the plate umpire is getting a new supply of baseball. Somebody wires in from Elmhurst to explain the infield fly rule. Well, I imagine that there are new fans listening all the time to ball games, and we'll explain it when we get a chance. Here's a swing and a miss. Rivera struck out. That was a curveball between the waist and the letters, and he struck out. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on the base. The end of 6 full innings at Chicago. It's the Yankees 4 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. White Sox 2 runs, 5 hits, and no error. Fans, we're going into the top of the 7th inning. Mickey Mantle will lead off. He'll be followed by Skowron, and then by the right fielder, Hank Bauer. Mantle has been up 3 times. He has a single and a double. Now Jerry Staley gets ready, and the first pitch to him, very close and high above. Ball 1. The Tigers have taken a 2-run lead over Baltimore at Detroit. Staley is winding up again, and the pitch to Mantle. Oh, that one was really close. Ball 2. 2-0 now for Mickey Mantle. Here comes the pitch. It's low, in close for ball 3. Nobody on and nobody out. be getting a sign again from Lawler. And a strike right across the way. Maxwell hit a homer for Detroit in the 6th inning with nobody on. That's one of their 2 runs. Here comes the pitch to Mantle, and it's too high, a base on ball. That is the 3rd time and 4th times that Mantle has reached today, and it's going to bring up Collins, who has 2 hits and 3 times up, and the last time a run batted in. Here's Collins. The first pitch to him, a ground foul past third, 1 strike. Sox have a right-hander Howell throwing in the bullpen in left field. The Yankees had Burns throwing for a while, but he's gone back to sit down again. Here's Mickey Mantle on first base. And Collins takes him very close at the knee of ball. 1-1. Ball 1 and strike 1. With Hatfield guarding the foul line. Miñoso very deep in left field. And a throw to first base. Mantle back on the bag in plenty of time. Dave Philly, remember, is playing first. Bubba Phillips is playing center field. And again, a throw to first. He's back in time. Here's Collins getting tired of waiting and stepping out of the batter's box. Here comes the pitch to him, a swing and a miss, strike 2. Collins is right up there with Mantle in runs batted in. As Mantle now has 40 runs batted in, and Collins has 37. Ball 1, strike 2 count. Mantle running. Here's a drive into right center field. It's going to drop in. And Collins going to second base. Mantle goes to third. It's a double for Moose. Oh, he is really hot. Yankees have runners at second and third with Hank Fowler coming up. Fowler struck out the first time, bounced out the second time, and bounced out the third time. Hank Fowler. The infield moving close. Hatfield, Aparicio, Fox, and Philly are playing them very close. The base runner at third is Mickey Mantle. Now Staley is getting a sign. And Bauer swings and smashes one at Hatfield. Tag play, safe, go to first. Out. Mantle was back safely at third. Hatfield tagged him and tried to get him, but it was safe. And he fired the ball across the infield to get Bauer one away. Nice play by Hatfield. He almost got 2. Going to bring up Berra. And Yogi is going to get an intentional pass. Ball 1. Ball 2, way outside. Scott infield is still in very close. Ball 3, way outside. Now the one that's going to load him up. Ball 4. Yogi Berra, with Yankee runners at second and third, is awarded a base on ball. And it's going to bring up the third baseman, Jerry Coleman. He is the third baseman that we've had today. See what his average is. He has 8 for 26 and a 308 average. The wind-up in the pitch to Coleman. He's swinging a ground ball through the box. Louis steps on second out over to first out. Double play. assisted to first base, and it's a double play. In that inning, no runs, one hit, two walks, and two men were left on the base. So, fans, at the end of the first half of the seventh inning of this exciting ball game, it's the New York Yankees 4 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Well, the leadoff man for the White Sox will be shortstop Louis Aparicio. Here we go into the last half of the seventh. The crowd standing for the seventh inning stretch as little Louis steps into the batter's box, and a swing and a big hit left field. There was a ball hit sharply to the left of Jerry Coleman into left field, and that is a base hit. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Ron Nolte is coming out to bat for the pitcher. Coming out. Norby's about due to give one a ride, too. He's at 2 for 15. Now the Yankees start a right-hander throwing. Tom Sturdivant in the center field bullpen. Here is Ron Nolte stepping into the batter's box with a teammate on first base and nobody out. This is the last of the seventh. Here comes the pitch to him. A swing and a ground ball to second. Over to second out. Over to first. Out. A double play. Ron Nolte slapped that ball hard on the ground, but right at Richardson, who whipped it over to McDougal. McDougal to Skowron, and it's a double play. That's going to bring up the leadoff man, Bubba Phillips. There's Phillips. He's been up 3. Started the game at third and then was moved into the outfield, and a swing and a miss. He struck out in the first inning, flied out in the second inning, and bounced out in the fifth inning. And again, Mr. Ditmar looks down at Darrell Johnson. Here's a swing at a fast curve and a miss. Strike 2. It looks like we might be going to have an inning here in the home seventh, which is supposed to be the lucky inning when Louis led off with a nice single to left field. Here's a swing and a line drive to Coleman, retiring the side. There was a line drive hit toward left field. Coleman went up into the air like a jack out of the box and caught it to retire the side. In that inning, no runs, one hit, and no one left on the base. Fans, at the end of 7 at Chicago, it's the Yankees 4 runs, 14 hits. The White Sox 2 runs and 6 hits. For Howell, a right-hander, this will be his 12th appearance this year. He's won 1 and lost 2. He's pitched 17 innings, given up 16 hits, 4 runs that were earned, 8 strikeouts, and 6 bases on balls. In answer to the wire about the infield fly rule, when there are runners on first and second, or first, second, and third, and less than 2 out, a ball that is hit in the air and in the judgment of the umpire can be caught by an infielder, the batter is automatically out. This rule was put into baseball many years ago to protect the base runners, so an infielder couldn't intentionally drop the ball, and then the runners wouldn't know what to do. Here's the first batter for the Yankees. And it's the catcher, Darrell Johnson, and he swings and fouls that ball on the ground. 1 strike. Darrell Johnson, batting right-handed. And a fastball that's outside. This fella used to be the property of the White Sox at one time. Nobody on and nobody out in the eighth. Wind up in the pitch to him. A swing and a pop-up on the right side. Fox coming in. He's got it. 1 out. That's going to bring up the Yankee pitcher, Art Ditmar. Here's Ditmar coming up. He's been up 3 times, flied out the first time, and bounced out the next 2 times. The Yankees are leading 4-2 in the 8th inning. Getting his sign, and the first pitch to him, a swing, and he fouls back, strike 1. And a ball is wide. Johnson went into the game when Elston Howard, who was catching today, hurt his finger. And a ball 1, strike 1 count, a swing and a miss for Ditmar. And it's 1-2. Yogi Berra, who had a mask break when a ball hit him on the mask and it fractured his nose, Stengel doesn't want to have him back at the plate just in case a jar from a batted ball on the mask would re-hurt him. Here comes the 1-2 count for Ditmar. Strike 3, struck him out. Here's the leadoff man, Bobby Richardson. He singled in the first inning, doubled in the third inning, came up with an extra base hit in the 5th inning, and fouled out in the 6th inning. The first pitch there, and they swing and a ground ball to short. Louis got it. There's the bag. He is out and retires the side. In that inning, 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, and no errors. So, fans, at the end of the first half of the 8th inning, it's the Yankees 4 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Fans, we're going into the last of the 8th inning. The attendance has just been announced. 23,401. And the series grew 112,548. I want to tell you this has been some series. If they replayed it, they'd probably get even a bigger attendance because these have been 3 terrific games. Fox hits a high foul off to the left, 1 strike. Nellie Fox walked in the first inning, bounced out in the 3rd inning, and bounced out in the 5th inning, and now takes the ball high to make it 1-1. Turned out to be a nice sunny day. After a very, very black and bleak morning. Nellie Fox with the number 2 in the back of his white uniform, getting up in there again. He's leading off in the last of the 8th. And the pitch, a swing and a ground ball to third. McDougal fires to first. A nice play because that ball hit between the third baseman and the shortstop, was hit into the dirt, took a very high bounce, and McDougal had to really grab that ball and hurry his throw because Fox is a fast man, and he was out by a step. That's going to bring up Miñoso, who has 1 for 3. Wind up in the pitch to Minnie, a little bit too low, and a ball. Ball 1. Going into the game, Miñoso with a .285 batting average had 36 runs batted in. He's home. Wind up again by Ditmar, and a swing and a foul on the ground. 1-1. The outfield is playing Miñoso around to the left. There's activity in both ends. For the Yankees, Ditmar has gone all the way. And for the White Sox, we've seen three pitchers, Pierce, Staley, and Powell. Now the pitcher calls time, and he gets what looks like it's a knife out of his pocket. And he's cutting some of the heavy, dry mud off his... Ditmar. Well, the trading deadline in baseball is approaching. As most of you know, the trading deadline is the 15th of June. So there may be some fireworks before the deadline. Here's a slow ball that's high and in close, a ball, 2-1. Oh, good strike one. Wind up and the pitcher may swing and a foul. Ball 2 and strike 2, and a new ball has been tossed out to the mound. Getting set again. 1 out and nobody on. It's the last of the 8th inning. And a swing and a pop-up in the infield. Richardson is coming in. He's under the ball. He's got it for the out. That's going to bring up the catcher, Sherman Mahler. Mahler's hit the ball hard every time today, but on each occasion has flied out to Mantle in center field. In the American League, at the end of 7 innings, Detroit 2 and Baltimore 1. At the end of 8, it's Boston 8 and Cleveland 3. Here's Lawler. Wind up and the pitch to him, a swing and a foul on the ground. Like what? Well, the Washington series will bring one of the American League's great hitters to Comiskey Park, Roy Seaver. A very dangerous guy. And Washington has been playing much better ball in the last couple of weeks. They've been plenty rough. Here's the slow ball. It's low and outside for a ball. 1-1. Nobody on and 2 out. And again the motion, a swing and a slow curve and a miss. Pittsburgh knocked off Cincinnati again today. Those Pirates are really rolling again. Ball 1 and a strike 2 count on Lawler. Trying to get something started here in the 8th inning after 2 are out. Here's a swing and a foul pitch. Well, Billy Pierce, who's had a tremendous record, 10-2, and out after his 8th straight win today, and his 7th consecutive complete game. But today, on rather a dark, humid day, Billy had trouble here with the Yankees. And a 1 and 2 count on Lawler. It's way low and outside for a ball. Billy will very probably start the Baltimore series at Baltimore. That'll be Tuesday night. Here's a swing and a foul on the ground. Those Pirates are really rolling again. Ball 1 and a strike 2 count on Lawler. Trying to get something started here in the 8th inning after 2 are out. Here's a swing and a foul pitch. Well, Billy Pierce, who's had a tremendous record, 10-2, and out after his 8th straight win today, and his 7th consecutive complete game. But today, on rather a dark, humid day, Billy had trouble here with the Yankees. And a 1 and 2 count on Lawler. It's way low and outside for a ball. very probably start the Baltimore series at Baltimore. That will be Tuesday night. Here's a swing and a foul on the ground. Larry Knapp is stepping around in front of the catcher to clean the plate again. Ball 2 and a strike 2 count on Lawler with the outfield playing him around a little bit to the left. Ball 3, it's too low. The on-deck hitter is Dave Phillips. Philly has been up 3 times, and the last time got himself a nice base hit into left field. Here's the pitch to Lawler, a swing and a long drive into left field. It may be gone. It's a home run at the upper deck. There was a long drive into left field and a home run for Lawler. A White Owl wallop and a box of White Owl cigars. That's Lawler's 6th home run and his 31st run batted in. Boy, that was some drive. The only reason that I couldn't call it right away is because it was hit very high in the air. And sometimes you don't get really a good look at it when it goes very high. When it's a line drive, you can tell right away. But when it's a very high fly ball, you can't be quite sure just where it's going. Now here's Dave Philly. And a ball that's a little bit close. Ball 1. Well, this is a very close game. Yankees are leading 4-3. 2 out in the last of the 8th inning. And a ball that's close again. Ball 2. Goes over from third to say something to the pitcher, Ditmar. Here's the next pitch to Philly. A swing and a blooper to center field. It's going to drop in. Base hit. Dave Philly gets his 2nd hit. And that's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Buddy Hatfield. Here was a blue pitch in the center field that McDougal went racing for. Flashed the water all around out there in short center field. Couldn't reach that ball. And it's going to bring up Buddy Hatfield, who has 2 for 3. Here's Hatfield. The first pitch to Buddy is a fastball that's in close. Ball 1. Well, the crowd and a lot of excitement today is getting some more here in the last of the 8th inning. The next pitch to Hatfield is a fastball that's low for ball 2. The Yankees have a left-hander and a right-hander throwing in the bullpen in center field. Coleman is again over at the mound talking with Ditmar. The Yankees with 4 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. White Sox with 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Hatfield takes the ball that's low. Ball 3. Tommy Burns are the pitchers out there in the bullpen in center field. Hatfield takes a strike right across the knee. 1 run is in on a homer by Lawler. The tying run is at first base. 2 are out, and Hatfield is the batter. Philly's running. swing and a ground ball to the first baseman. A nice stab. Runs to the bag and is out, retiring the side. Skowron made a nice stab at that ball. When it left the bat, it looked like it might be going to be a hit. And that stab retires the side. In that inning, 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on the base. So, fans, at the end of 8 full innings at Chicago, it's the Yankees 4 runs, 14 hits, and 1 error. White Sox 3 runs, 8 hits, and no error. John Ted Williams just hit his 100th homer at Cleveland. Here's McDougal stepping into the batter's box. He'll be followed by Mickey Mantle and then Skowron. Dixie Howell on the mound. The Yankees are leading 4-3 as this ball game moves into the 9th inning. The first pitch to McDougal, a swing and a base hit into left field. Single into left field. That's going to bring up Mickey Mantle. He singled in the first inning. He bounced out in the 3rd inning. He doubled in the 5th inning. And he walked in the 7th inning. Mickey Mantle facing Howell and batting left-handed. The first pitch in very close and high for a ball. Ball 1. First base, nobody out, 9th inning. The Yankees are leading 4-3. And what a battle, what a game, what a day this has been. Skinny has the sign and a perfect strike right across the knee. The on-deck hitter is the first baseman, Bill Skowron. Base runner moving away at first base. Here's a swing and a double play ball to second. The second out, over to first. Safe, no double play. Mantle hit a ground ball sharply at Fox. Fox got the ball to Louis for the force out at second. And the return throw just missed doubling Mantle, one of the fastest men in the big league, by a fraction of a second. Going to bring up Skowron. With a Yankee base runner, Mickey Mantle at first base. Skowron is stepping into the batter's box. And a swing and a foul on the ground along the first base line. 1 strike. Ted Williams today had his second 3 homers in 1 game. We had one of those here at Chicago, you remember, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And today at Cleveland, he again has hit 3 homers in 1 game. Pitch out, Mantle stayed at first. Dixie Howell keeping a watchful eye on Mickey Mantle. Skowron, a big right-hand hitter in the batter's box, and a ball that's off the corner at the knee, 2-1. The on-deck hitter is the right fielder, Hank Fowler. Here's a throw to first. Mantle has 18 homers. Williams now has 17 homers. And a little bit too low. Sinker, ball 3. 3-1. Bill Skowron, hard-hitting first baseman of the New York Yankees. Chicago boy who went to Weber High School. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Mantle's going. Strike. Throw to second base. He is in there. The throw was high, and it's a stolen base. Ball 3 and strike 2 for Skowron. to Nelson Fox was a little bit too high, and Mantle got in there while Fox had gone up and was coming down with the ball. Now the Yankees have a base runner at second with one out, a 3-2 count on Skowron. They're leading 4-3 in the ninth inning. And a swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. Louis got it, fires to first, and it's out at first. Billy made a nice pickup of a bad throw. That's going to bring up the Yankee right fielder, Hank Bauer. Bauer's been up 4 times, struck out in the first inning, bounced out in the third inning, bounced out in the 5th inning, and did the same in the 7th inning. So here's Bauer for the Yankees with 2 out and Mantle on second base in the ninth. The pitch to him, right at the knee. The umpire takes a look at the ball, decides that it's okay, and throws it back to Howell. Mantle with a pretty good lead off second base. And Nellie Fox keeping him worried. Here's the pitch to Bauer, a swing and a foul tip. Right to. Hank Bauer, veteran right fielder of the New York Yankees, going into the game with a .269 batting average, 26 runs batted in, and 8 home runs. Hall gets the new ball and roughs it around in his hands a bit. Looks down at Sherm-Lawler, again getting the sign. Here comes the pitch to Bauer. It's in too close, above the knee for a ball. The Yankees with 4 runs, 15 hits, and 1 error. The White Sox with 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Here's Howell again getting a sign, and a swing and a ground ball through the box. Louis made a great stop to hold Mantle at third. It's a base hit. That'll bring up Yogi Berra. There was a base hit right through the box, and a great stop by Aparicio prevented Mantle from scoring. But there was no play on the batter at first. Now the Sox have a left-hander LaPalm throwing in the bullpen in center field, and I believe that they're going to call him in now to pitch to Yogi Berra. That's it. Let's give them a station break right here. This is the WCFL Chicago White Sox Baseball Network. This is WCFL, the voice of labor in Chicago. Here's a hand for Howell, who is going out. LaPalm was coming in from center field. Is making his 13th appearance of the year. He doesn't have a win, nor is he charged with a loss. He's pitched 13 and a fraction innings, given up 6 hits, 2 runs that were both earned, 7 strikeouts, 4 bases on balls, and his earned run average is 1.39. So LaPalm is on his way in from center field. Yankees have runners on first and on third. The batter to greet him will be Yogi Berra, and there's 2 away. Don, what have you heard on the pitching for the Washington series? Outside of the opening game, anybody? No, that's all, Bob. That's the only information that Eddie Short has given us so far. And looking over the standings in the American League, and of course the way it was set up before with Detroit and Boston and Cleveland so tightly packed there, actually a game and a half separation between the 3 teams. And
the Boston Red Sox today aided their cause by beating the Cleveland Indians. And the Detroit Tigers, they played another one of those tight games with that Baltimore outfit. Boy, a 2-1 ball game. So the Detroit Tigers aided their cause too and managed to stay away from Boston. And at the same time, this will enable Detroit now to go back into the number 3 spot in the American League standings as the Cleveland Indians lost today. In any event, regardless of the pitching rotation for this series coming up, such an important one because this will be it now for the homestand. And the White Sox will have to be on the road for a couple of weeks or close to that mark. I noticed a note on the ticker that said Lemon appeared in that Cleveland game today, so that means that their great right-hander who's been sidelined is about ready to go back to work. Their score will start working out. I believe it's July 15th they've decided that is the date. And of course that's been quite a handicap to manager Kirby Farrell to have two great pitchers like Lemon and Score both out of the game. Well, they're ready to go. Yogi Berra stepping in. Berra has been up 4 times, flied out the first time, singled the second time, walked the third time, and the fourth time. Mickey Mantle's on third base, Hank Bauer's on first base, and there's 2 away. And a swing and a foul on the ground. 1 strike. Now the Palm would like very much to hold him in check, because the White Sox are trailing only by a run and want to get a shot here in the 9th inning and try to pull this ball game out of the fire. Yogi Berra playing in left field for the Yankees, and a ball that's in too close. Who, even though his batting average is 217, is plenty dangerous. One of the best hitters in the American League. And a swing and a foul on the ground. Along the first baseline, it's strike 2. The Palm using that knuckleball on Yogi. Now the Palm doesn't like the new ball that was thrown out there, and he's getting another one. His back on Berra, showing up number 31 on the back of his white uniform. Mantle at third, Bauer at first, 2 out, 9th inning. The Yankees are leading 4-3 in the game. Here comes the pitch to Berra. He's swinging a ground ball to the mound, easy. Right to first, he's out, retiring the side. In that inning, no runs, 2 hits, 2 men are left. Score fans at the end of the first half of the 9th inning, the Yankees 4 runs, 16 hits, the White Sox 3 runs and 8 hits. Fans, we have a new pitcher coming on the scene for the Yankees. It's Bob Grimm, who's making his 16th appearance of the year. He's pitched 25 2/3 innings, given up 19 hits. Grimm has won 6 games and has lost 2. He's had 9 runs scored on him. They were all earned. 12 bases on balls, 19 strikeouts, and his earned run average is 3.11. Coming up to lead off for the White Sox against him will be the right fielder, Jungle Jim Rivera. Don, I think I'll go down to the IAC tomorrow and get in a steam bath for a couple of hours and try to blow this chest cold that I can't get rid of. Bob Grimm getting in his practice clothes. And the plate umpire, Larry Knapp, is standing off to the side of the plate watching him. We'll see Rivera, Luis Aparicio, who has a hit and a walk,
and then probably a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Bob Grimm, number 55 on the back of his gray uniform. Yankees peg it around the infield. Coleman at third. McDougal at short. Richardson at second. Fallon at first. And here is Jim Rivera. Jim Rivera stepping in. Bob Grimm leans forward on his right foot. Here's the first pitch to him. It's very close. Right at the knee, a ball. Nobody on and nobody out. Yankees are leading 4-3. Boy, what battles these have been. Wind up in the next pitch to him. A swing and a foul on the ground off to the left. 1-1. Last night, the White Sox were winners over the Yankees 7-6. They go back in front in the American League by 5 full games. These have been 3 terrific games. The outfield is playing Rivera around to the right. Nobody on and nobody out. And again, the windup and the pitch to him. It's a fastball that's a little bit high, and outside the ball makes it 2-1. Ball 2 and strike 1. Bob Grimm looks down at Darrell Johnson, again gets ready, and a perfect strike right across the knee. 2-2. The Yankees lead by a run, but in the hits department, they've made 16 hits to 8 hits. Ball 2, strike 2 count on Rivera. Grimm taking a little bit of extra time. Now the motion. And strike 3. Fastball right across the knee. Called out on strike. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Louis Aparicio. Here's little Louis. Struck out in the second inning, walked in the fourth inning, and slapped a base hit into left field in the seventh inning. The first pitch to Louis is a little bit too close, right at the knee, ball 1. Number 11 on the back of his white uniform. Come on, Louis. It's never too late. Next pitch to him, a strike on the outside corner, right above the knee. Well, the White Sox this weekend will entertain the Washington Senators. Roy Sievers, Eddie Yost, Reynolds, all that gang will be here. 4 games, a night game tomorrow, single game on Saturday, and a doubleheader on Sunday. The pitch to Louis, a high, long foul that's going way down into the right field corner and out of play, and it's a ball 1 and a strike 2 count. And again, a new ball has been tossed out to the mound. The outfield is swung way around to the left. Little Louis in the batter's box, trying to get something started here with 1 out in the ninth. The pitcher again leaning way forward. Here is a fastball that's missed. It was a little bit too low. A little bit too low in the outside corner. And it's a ball 2 and a strike 2 count. There are rumors of trade in the air. The 15th of June is the deadline. Here
comes the ball 2-strike-2 pitch and a ball 3. Ball 3. He didn't swing at it. He started to, but he stopped in time. And Casey Stengel jumped right out of the Yankee dugout. Third baseman Coleman is over at the mound talking with Grimm. And we may have Earl Batty to swing for the catcher, or Les Moss to swing for the pitcher. Here's the pitch to Louis, a swing and a very high foul is going out of play off here to the right. And we still have a 3-2 count. I think that any of the over 23,000 who are out here today have left. Grimm is in the wind-up again, and he's swinging a ground ball to short. McDougal's got it to Peg, and he's out 2 away. Dick Donovan is going to bat for the pitch. Donovan is going to bat for the pitcher, and he's walking out toward the plate right now. Here's the announcement. Here's Donovan, who will very probably pitch the game tomorrow night against Washington. He's a good hitter. He bats left-handed. McDougal came into the mound to say something to the pitcher, Bob Grimm. Jerry Coleman also came in to say something to him. And now here is Donovan in the batter's box. The first pitch to him, a swing and a ground ball to Skowron. High bounce, the run to the bag. He's out, and the ball game is over. And the Yankees win this game today, 4-3. A hard-fought ball game with plenty of thrills. The final score, the New York Yankees 4 and the White Sox 3.